Hi, I'm Maria, and this is Oz Costumes. So here we are again with another installment of Inside the Cosplay. In my last video, I reviewed my old Len Kagomine costumes, and it was an adventure. And in that video I said if I got to 50 likes, then I'd also review my old Ciel Phantomhive cosplays. Well, you guys pulled through, because within the same day of upload, we reached that goal and then some. I should just never underestimate the power of Len Kagomine, guys. Like, apparently just the Len Kagomine fangirls never go away. So with that being said, if this video gets, let's say 100 likes, I'm not gonna make it that easy, then I will do my next installment of this series with my most recent cosplay that I made, which is Lunafreya Nox Flore. Because I can only talk about my bad sewing for so much, guys. Like, I can only take so much. But in all seriousness, I think you guys would benefit more if I talked more about the costumes that I make now. And going along with that, if you're interested in more cosplay related... I don't know what's going on out there. Anyway, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell and leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite part of this video was, or what you'd like to see from me next, or just anything. Now, before I go into delving into the deep dark hole that is Ciel Phantomhive, I would just like to reiterate my disclaimer from last episode and say that when I am looking at these costumes and showing you these costumes and making comments, it is strictly a self-assessment. Yes, this is bad sewing, but at the time I made these, I was a beginner. And I also acknowledge that some people might also be at this level currently, and that is completely okay. We all start somewhere. Long story short, I mean absolutely no offense. Let's celebrate wherever we are in our skill levels. Now, with that being said, let's get into my bad sewing. And here we go. Oh my goodness. This is like worse than a Party City Halloween costume. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm kind of afraid to. These buttons are actually kind of nice. Like, this is probably the nicest part of the costume. And looking at it right away, I didn't believe in buttonholes, or I just didn't know how to, probably I didn't know how to do buttonholes, but my closures are snaps. Not just any snaps, but like tiny snaps. Look at that, minuscule. Like, I'm surprised this like stayed on without just popping off. Now I'm afraid to, like, you know, pull it apart because I'm pretty sure these snaps are about to come out. Yeah, these are like stitched very poorly. Like, this one's about to come off. Huh. Oh gosh. Huh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, this is a travesty. Look how small my seam allowances are. I don't know why I didn't believe in seam allowances larger than 1/4 of an inch. And it looks like I used a basting stitch. So I bet you anything, if I just like pulled this, I'd probably rip it apart. I didn't know how to sew a collar, because this is just a piece of fabric and like it's one layer. That's not how you do a collar, guys. I talked about this briefly in my Len video last time, but a lapel is supposed to be patterned into the body of the garment. And then you have your facing. You're supposed to have a facing on the inside, and then it goes over. Another thing I should mention is that all of these are raw seams, like 100% raw seams. If you want to know how to finish seams in different ways, leave a comment down below and I will make that video, because it's really important to finish your seams in order for things to last. Like this, I guarantee you, has never made it into the washer, which is kind of disgusting. So then we have our tails. This is supposed to be a tailcoat. That's really, really sad. Like, what is going on here? Whoa, wait. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so like I just like folded over my edges and just like did a basting stitch, like a tiny, like it's the tiniest thing. I'm surprised this has even lasted this long. Here we go. This is super great. Okay, so this is what I thought was a cuff, but at this point it's just like a piece of fabric that's been sewn onto the end of a sleeve, because like, look, it's one layer and like completely raw edges. Looks so bad. And for the trim, I use straight up vinyl. So it's like plastic vinyl sitting on a very thin broadcloth, and like it's just two fabrics that should never go together. Well, I can move my arm at least. It's not right. This line is supposed to be like around here. And it's just, yeah. Okay. Okay, so this next one I am really excited about. I entered into a masquerade and thought it was super good. So this is a costume that I made based off of what Ciel wears on the cover of volume 6. Let me just like take this apart because there's a lot of layers. Oh, okay. So you'll get a kick out of this. So I still didn't know how to do buttonholes. I was probably just very afraid of them, and I don't know why, because literally the machine does it for you. So I use snaps to close it. But instead of like the regular mini snaps, I took snap tape, cut the snap tape apart, and sewed those on, like hand sewed it on, and oh my gosh, it looks like it's just like one stitch per hole with single thread. You know, not the quadruple thread that you're supposed to use, but single thread. Let's keep opening this up. Oh, I can at least pull this. I'm kind of afraid to though. Wow. First off, this is made from like a thin broadcloth. Again, like you don't use thin broadcloth for jackets. Like the most I'd use it for is lining. Oh, it's coming apart right here. You see my finger? Oh. This is kind of nice though. The little flower arrangement. Really cute. It's been hot glued on, which I have very strong feelings against. These beads are kind of cheap looking though, unfortunately. But I did bead these, or I did string the beads myself. I strung them myself. But for the cuffs, oh man. This cording was not meant to do this. You're supposed to get piping for this kind of trim. Not only that, it's hot glued on. On the inside, I guess this is completely raw on this sleeve. And again, I didn't know how to sew a collar on because this is like one layer of flimsy satin, really flimsy satin. Is this the same as Len? Hold on. I think I used leftover Len fabric for this. And again, didn't know how to do the lapel. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that fray party going on there. And then we have our big train. And this is actually pretty nice fabric. I might salvage this and make it into something else because this is actually pretty nice. I mean, it's more of the same thing, just like, yeah, look at this. This is the bottom. So this is from me walking around everywhere. Look at this party. Oh. It's like got caught on something and ooh, starting to gather in on itself. Wow. Okay. You know, Victorian era fashion is some of my favorite fashion now. And seeing these now just makes me want to cry. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you liked it, click that like button. if you want to see more kinds of videos like these, and comment down below telling me what your favorite part of the video was, and click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And with that, I will see you in the next video.